Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Queen Koi and thank you for showing up. I love to help my creative souls and spiritual entrepreneurs, and I am so grateful that you came to this channel for this pick a card. As I brush the incense dust off my desk, I just want to say that this is just a general, timeless reading for you to really just get some advice, like where you're at right now and where you're going. This can be, whatever situation, honestly, whatever pops up. So before we do the pile check, I just want you to get comfortable. If you got some snacks that you're watching, whatever, just get comfortable. And as always, I'm going to invite you to take a deep breath with me, okay? As I just play this singing bowl, all right? So let's take 3 deep breaths together, okay? All right. Soften your gaze and start to begin to close your eyes. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth, and one last one. With a sigh of release. Now, if you did this, open your eyes and see which pile that you're drawn to. Is it pile 1? Is it pile 2? Or is it pile 3? Let's get into this reading. Okay, let's see pile 1. So, this is your energy right now. Solitude. This is the energy that you need right now. And let's talk about your surrounding energy just for right now before we start getting deep, okay? Okay, so what is going on with y'all? Okay, so I think that you have been in a very, you're more protected than you know. And I feel that if you know, you've chosen solitude for a reason. Some of y'all have not been, let me get my selenite wand out here and my pointer. Some of y'all have been chosen by spirit to be in like detention almost, it feels like, right? But it's for a reason. This may be your spirit guide. You're totally in this metamorphosis energy right now, this huge transition, because this is the card of Pluto actually, but it's also regeneration, regenerating your energy. Pluto is the planet of power, right? And sometimes when you don't know your power, you get taken advantage of, right? You get overpowered by somebody else. And I'm looking here at some outside factors here. The more you love your decisions, the less you need others to love them. And sacrificing too much can be a result from feeling unworthy. I totally think that you're transforming your heart space and your mindset on your gifts, your creativity, the people around you, right? Like maybe you used to party a lot, or you just have a lot of friends that do these, what is that? I want to oh my gosh. I don't know. I know the word, but I can't say it. Extroverts. Extroverts, right? Like maybe you're an extrovert introvert, right? Maybe you're an introvert, but you hang around a lot of extroverts, right? And you really want to do certain things, but regardless of whatever title or label you are, right? I feel that you really want to do some of these things that you want or have been doing, but you just don't have the support, but you support everybody else, right? And every time you support people, you kind of feel like, I shouldn't have did that, or I shouldn't have went to this party, right? Like something along those lines. Let's look at, let's get a little bit deeper. Yeah. You're desiring, can we see this? Yeah, good. You're definitely desiring a community, like-minded people, for sure. And I kind of think whatever you've been doing so far, you've kind of been like telling yourself like, oh, it's not been working, and feeling kind of down and out. But Spirit sees and knows your effort for sure. For sure. Move this up. How far can I move this? I gotta see if it's in camera for y'all. It's been a long journey though. Because when I'm looking at this, especially in reverse, it's kind of just like heartbreak, heartache. You're definitely going through the feels, the emotions. You know, some of y'all might even been in a dark night of a soul. Pluto for sure will have you. Let me tell y'all something. I just came out of Pluto being in my a house that was conjunct to Mars. And it was terrifying. It was, what the hell is going on with my life? I don't understand this. You know, health complications and money issues. Like, it was like, what in the world am I doing wrong here? But I'll tell you this, though. It sparked me to go deeper into my spirituality, go deeper into my personal development so I can understand and gain more power of self, right? Self-esteem, as well as, what is the word that I'm going blank for? Definitely seeing my worth for sure and value, but it was also, feeling empowered, right? Because a lot of times it was just, I just felt drained being amongst people that love to eat up my energy and say, oh, Koi's fun. But then at the same time, it's kind of like, how are you putting energy into my life though? You know, and for a long time it sounded selfish, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like, I'm hurting here. And one, I didn't know how to express that, right? But two, when I did express it, it didn't come out nice because I just was not having a good time. And I'm just trying to give you guys some aspects. I don't know if this is what's happening in your life, but I do think that you should honor your solitude, because for a while I really wasn't honoring my solitude until it really was like, up, smack down. You don't need to be around these people right now, right? And I got very uncomfortable to the point where I got comfortable of being alone. And, you know, it was really a temporary thing because I also was dealing with like, dag, do I have to put them out of my life altogether? Like, there's some family members and it was just kind of like, no, I don't necessarily have to. If I felt that I did have to, I also had to learn how to let go of that guilt and shame though, because sometimes shit, you're on this spiritual journey, this soul journey. Some family members are just there to agitate and F up your life. And you have to understand what role they play so you don't feel guilty, don't carry shame, and exit out of their life. You know, say deuces, you know, and unfortunately, that is just the way shit was set up. Because are you going to continue to keep taking the abuse, right? And I feel like you have dealt with some abuse here, right? I think that you have. So let's go. These are like quick messages. I'm not going to go too in depth. But I do want to share some advice that you can take heed to. Let's see, Spirit, what we got here. Yeah, I think you need to listen to your heart a little bit more. Let's get two more. Okay. Let's get two more. Yeah, I be wowing on my channel, y'all. I know. Can you see? Okay, cool. Definitely listen to your heart, because the more you listen to your heart, you can actually start creating boundaries. Right? You can start creating boundaries for people that aren't giving as much as they're taking. Right? I think where you're at right now is really truly trying to understand what is really key to your spiritual journey at this moment, because there is a lot of conflicting energy, a lot of chaotic energy around you. And also, I just feel like some of this is like, I'm freaking confused. Like, what am I supposed to do here? Right? But I do feel that you should listen to your heart a little bit more. Right? And if you're saying, oh, but every time I listen to my heart, it led me astray. No, it did not. The perspective of how things panned out made you feel that way. And sometimes if you don't understand how big of a heart you have and how powerful that is to other people, you got to start understanding how it is to treat yourself that way. And I understand that because for a long time I did come to a conclusion, but I didn't have this conclusion when somebody asked me, why can't you love yourself just as much as you love other people as deeply? I couldn't even answer that for months. It might have even been like a year or so, honestly, if I'm keeping it 100 with you. And I love really hard, right? But I was being put in situations where it was just like so uneven. And it's like, why am I being this people pleaser, this peacemaker, and this and that? Being the peacemaker is very valuable, actually. But to see value in it is to know when to actually bring peace into this situation and when to bring peace to yourself and deciding when to walk away, right? Again, the more you love your decisions, the less you need love from others. It doesn't necessarily mean that you don't need nobody, right? I don't need nobody. Yeah, you do. You're not the only person here on earth. But do you need them in a way that is in like a desperation? No. You're not codependent. Why are you being dependent on people to give you love, to show you a good time? These are things that you should be responsibility for your own happiness. Because when you're giving your happiness in the hands of other people, that is setting yourself up for people to crush that, for people to rip it apart, for people to manipulate that. It is, right? Especially if you're not setting up boundaries. And sometimes we have habitual boundaries oversteppers, right? But then you got to ask your question, why are you allowing them to step over that, right? So continue to value this solitude and understand and work on yourself, because this solitude is actually giving you the protection you need to actually gain some more self-esteem, to feel more confident within your decisions, right? And give yourself some love, some TLC. So you don't feel that you're, banging your head on a brick wall and feeling stuck in a cycle, or actually being around backstabbers that are smiling in your face. Or maybe they're not even smiling in your face. I don't really know, because this is a quickie, wherever you're at. But Spirit definitely wants you to listen to your heart more. Listen to what people are saying, because a lot of times when you can read between the lines, and that is a gift, own that gift, you can tell that they're lying, they're bullshitting, you know what I'm saying? And from there, that's when you have to make a loving decision for self to protect yourself, right? From these people that have ill intentions. And sometimes you might question, like, well, do they have, like, they can't be. But do you want to F around and find out? Do ya? So I hope this message helps you a little bit wherever you're at. I'm not sure. This is a timeless reading. It's just a quickie that I want to just give you some oomph to really just, wherever you're at in your situation. I don't know if you're dealing with exactly, we're not diving that deep. But if you're feeling the vibe, definitely subscribe. If you're looking for a personal reading, definitely email me. And check out my Queen of Wands Club, because my Queen of Wands Club, we share information right now as I'm recording this. I'm not sure when you'll see this, but as I'm recording this, I am doing a study that I'm inviting everybody to that is interested to study the major arcana and tap into their intuitive side of learning the major arcana instead of going by the book. And my intention is just to help strengthen your intuition and just be on a fool's journey, because everybody's on a fool's journey if you're on a spiritual journey, and spiritual journey is life. So, without that being said, um, stay tuned for more. I'm going to move to pile 2, and check out the links below, y'all. Until next time, I'm outie. Peace. Okay, pile 2. Let's see what's going on with you. All right, so this is the energy that you need to be in. Okay, this is the energy that you're at right now. Okay, pile 2. We'll leave this for a little bit later. This is your surrounding energy. Oh, I love this quote, y'all. So, are you focused on the solution or the problem? And 2 things that define you: your patience when you have nothing, and your attitude when you have everything. So, I do think that you're pretty much in a good space right now. But for some of y'all might need a little bit more gratitude, because you might have been, having a little bit of turbulence going on here. And you're trying to figure out the solution, but the problem keeps nagging at you, right? And you may not be exactly where you want to be right now, right? But I don't know. Can you change the attitude a bit? I think it's time to see what's going on here. Okay. So, I do think for some of y'all, your coins might be down and out. You don't have the money that you want or desire, or you might not even need right now. And things are a little bit stagnant. And I kind of feel like you may have a block or imbalance within the heart chakra right now. You're trying to find gratitude, right? Some of y'all just need gratitude, but you're trying to find gratitude for this situation because something did kind of blow you backwards or kind of just like push you down, right? It might have been a hard truth, right? How people say a hard pill to swallow or coming to Jesus moment that you might have had. But it's kind of like, I kind of think that the coming to Jesus moment might be, though, that you need to be a little bit more disciplined with your creations, the things that you're working on, your projects, the things that you're building, right? You need to build some more consistency here, whether it is maybe even a challenge, a gratitude challenge that you might have signed up for because you know that you need more love and compassion in your heart right now. A lot of times, like for me, I know I needed that, and I needed some challenge to discipline myself, right? Something that it can be a ritual, a routine of to gain momentum, because consistency does gain momentum regardless, right? And instead of looking at the problem, right, gratitude can bring you towards the solution, even though you may not know what it is, because you are so connected with your heart space. You are trusting yourself more. A balanced heart space allows you to trust your heart more. Trust where it's leading you. The heart connects to the soul, you know? And your soul is like, hey, we got some true things coming into factors. And I just want to let you know. I'm looking at the number 30 and Saturn here. Sometimes, not always, your Saturn return happens when you're 30. It really depends on your birth chart. It may happen a little bit earlier than 30. It may happen a little bit later, but it's usually before than later. But it's not necessarily at 30. But when you hit that 30 mark and Saturn is rearing its ruler at you to wake up about something, usually 30, it kind of happens. I'll never forget. I don't know how true this is, but I do remember one of my professors in college told me, and it's crazy because I went to design school, but he told me that your brain doesn't fully develop, right, until you're 30 years old. So it's kind of like when we're in our teens and we have that frontal lobe developing, causing all this crazy energy from the wacky hormones that are developing and aligning and doing whatever the hell, right? Um, a lot of times I think the brain still has to process all that stuff, because sometimes people have this trauma that happened when they were a teen, it can be younger. But when you're a teen, a lot of things prolific can happen in your life, and it can feel very personal or very damaging or very enlightening because of the fact of all these things that are physically happening to you, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And I'm just bringing that up because some of y'all may need some inner child healing going on here, maybe. Some of y'all, I just feel like you're in the heart of a lesson, a deep lesson, a soul lesson, right? That your soul probably signed up for. And you're just kind of just like, damn, but like, really? Because it's kind of like when you're learning, especially in the thick of your spiritual journey, it's like, I know my soul ain't signed up for this craziness, right? But then it's kind of like, yeah, it did. Because the soul doesn't have a brain, right? It doesn't have a heart. It has memories, right? But it is like, it doesn't connect these memories. It has gifts, but we are the actual conduit, the channel that holds this soul, that, and directs it in this living realm. So let's see what else is going on with you. Oh, hold up. This is the ancestor card. Was there another one that flipped or no? Yeah. Okay. Also health. Let me see. I don't know if you're a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. Yeah, something is happening very emotional to you. Oh wait, can we? Yes, let's do that. Because that's in the camera. Okay. So for some of y'all, you'll need to focus on your health. Your physical health, even your mental health, because your emotions are very out of whack. And, when you're physically ill, it definitely messes with your mental. And of course your emotions, because your emotions just are tied to the mental. And it is tough. It's tough. But I think that for some of y'all, you may need to actually speak up about what you're going through so you can receive the help that you need, And this could have been an actual soul lesson for you to actually speak up. Because sometimes, how some people, you ever seen that meme where it says check on your quiet friends? Like sometimes you never know like what people be going through, and you're so used to not telling people because you don't want to burden them, or you just don't want people in your business, right? Multiple reasons. But it comes a time where, because sometimes we don't even trust people to help us, right? And then we get quiet. But you got to trust yourself enough so you can actually be like, trust your heart and your emotions enough so you can be like, yo, I trust that I know how to handle the situation regardless of what this person does with the information I give them. You know what I mean? You trust your spirit enough to handle the situation and guide you in the right direction regardless of how someone receives the information you're about to give them. God bless if anybody is dealing with this, because I know that can be very heavy on your heart. Very. But again, two things that define you. And when I say define you, is your integrity, right? Your character. Because you can change your character, but you definitely can develop it too. And it's patience when you have nothing, and it's your attitude when you have everything. Because things will change. Miracles do happen every day. You know, it's the small things that count, which gratitude brings you to that. But when you're looking for that big miracle, that's like, I don't know how this going to happen. Trust and believe. If you have faith, it will. Now, for others, you may be dealing with like some type of money issues, and I think that the ancestors are guiding you and helping you in some way, shape, or form. Now, I don't know how in depth you are with dealing with the ancestors, but kind of got to, it can get a little tricky because the ancestors kind of can be like, no disrespect, but it can kind of be like just that old friend that just ain't doing nothing and sometimes brings the worst out of you and is not allowing you to grow. And those are the ancestors that need healing. All right. But the way that they heal is by you changing the lineage or the actual pattern that has been happening within your ancestral lineage. Right. So I'm not here to school you on that. These are quickies, but if this is something that you know that or was a sign that you were looking for, that was it. For others though, I just feel like there's some ancestral cycle or some ancestral karma. Sometimes people say, what's that other word? I'm not even going to say because I don't really like it. But there's some type of pattern here that you need to be aware of and focus on so you can actually break the chains and level up, right? Something may be going on with your mental. Some of y'all may be needing to travel to get help, right? Some of you just been trying to travel but don't have enough money, right? But focus on the internal because that's what's always going to help you before you can actually shift the physical, right? The surrounding areas that's going on. I keep looking at this Queen of Swords. I just kind of want to see what is Queen of Swords about here. Okay, confusion. Yeah, I kind of think that the Queen of Swords, it's this soul lesson that is really happening here that you need more help with and understanding because it's conflicting. It's making you feel like, am I crazy? Right? Or old habits die hard, right? And if you haven't had spirit, right, the ancestors, your spirit crew shouting at you like, wake the fuck up, right? Then I think you know what you need to do. But you kind of got to get up and move. And you're having a hard time because your emotions are very much in it. And your emotions can do that. It can outweigh the reason and the logic, right? And that's an imbalanced heart. But the heart never steers you wrong if you trust it and you move forward with that, right? So if you do need a soul lesson or a reading, I'm here for it, okay? If you need some more spiritual advice or just want to learn a little bit more about yourself and your personal development, I do have services that can help you with that. Just click the link below, go to Goin's collection, and you can go to services, and I have that for you. But if you're just here to enjoy this message, just figure some things out. Focus on the solution. If you don't know the solution yet, trust and believe it will come, and have heart, radiate that heart, have more gratitude for the here and now, what you have in this present moment, so you can really focus and align, bring the heart more to balance, so that way you can raise your vibes and get the answers that you need. All right, so much love to you. If you're dealing with any sickness or health issues, I pray that you do receive and trust those messages that come forward to you. And if you're able to remove yourself from the environment that you're in, please do so. If not, just take it one day at a time. Go outside more, because that always allows you to connect with the here and now. Okay, so that is my message for you, pile 2. If you're feeling the vibe, please subscribe. Let me know how this is resonating. I love to see the comments. Questions, you can put it in the comments as well. And yeah, the comments always boost me up for more people to see. And oh yeah, and if you're interested in the Queen of Wands Club, check us out, okay? Because we are studying and learning more about the major arcana. And I also have a VIP section that allows you to have a little bit more goodies. So you can check all that out in the links below. All right. Hope to see you in the Queen of Wands Club. Until next time, I'm outie. Peace. Hey, hey, pile 3. Let's see what's going on with you. So we have your energy right now, which is looking beautiful. We have energy that needs to come into the energy that you need to be, basically. Shakti. Interesting. Nice. Okay. We'll get into it a little bit later. So this surrounding energies. Intentions show the true motives behind your actions. There is no need to be perfect to inspire others. Ooh, I like this already. Let's let others get inspired by how you deal with your imperfections. Okay, so a lot of you have embarked on this spiritual journey, the awakened spiritual journey. Congratulations. Was it what you expected? Absolutely not. And I know that's a fact. For others of you too, you may have just embarked on your entrepreneurship journey. Congratulations. Same thing. Was it what you expected? It was not. If you're on this channel, I do believe that the entrepreneur journey is total spiritual journey. It just is, but it's guiding you to understand your gifts. It's guiding you to help you understand the ways you can actually utilize your gifts, have a passionate business, stand in your truth, and share those services with other people, regardless if it's a product or a service. Okay, that's something that I believe in, which started this channel. And I just need you to know that you don't have to be perfect. Like, everything does not have to be perfect. If you haven't started this yet, please don't think that it has to be perfect to start. It won't. I mean, the spiritual journey is a lifelong thing anyway. But I don't know what to tell you. When you make these intentions, it already starts. It's just kind of like healing. I'm just going to tell you a quick story. Every time that I got my Reiki or any other energy work, the intention for me to even search for a person to do that energy exchange with me, it started working. And usually I wasn't aware of it until I actually had like a consultation. Because for me, I need that consultation to speak with somebody. If you guys don't have consultations, I'll say 9, if not 8 times out of 10, I'm not going to do the service because of my journey through that whole experience. To each his own. But I've learned how to do that in a way of my own comfort. And yeah, so when you make these intentions, right, the motives follow behind it, and the energy follows behind it, and spirit follows behind it, because they give you these breadcrumbs to help you come to this space, kind of like here, where it's like, all right, here's the door, you're going to walk through it. And a lot of times you can spend months, if not years, and look at this. This looks damn near the same, right? This type of door has this same thing. It's like you're actually right where you need to be. But are you realizing that? Or do you think that it has to look a certain way? Do you think you have to be wearing certain clothes? Do you think that you have to do a special meditation to understand it? You know? You don't. You don't. You do not. You just gotta trust what the intentions were in the first place, and trust yourself that you'll follow through, right? Yeah, I kind of feel like you're on this self-discovery. Something had you caught up in this, right? Because 8 of Swords definitely is like you're constricted and feel trapped, but it's not necessarily the reality. You may think it's your reality, but if somebody else can tell you and show you the picture that you're in, you can easily move out of it. I think that you are at this point where you know that you have been self-sabotaging, um, that you've been doing this to yourself. I do think that. If you don't, welcome to the reading, boo. Um, but I kind of think that you may need just like understanding what self-love means to you and not to the world. Because I know that a lot of times, everybody, especially social media, it talks about like self-love and this is what self-love looks like. Let's take a picture and this and that. And it's kind of like, no, it's a lot deeper than that. And I like to say it's the soul care, right? How do you care for yourself and nourish your soul? Go on a deeper level. Because that's where the journey starts getting interesting. And it can be a little scary at times, but other times it's just like, uh, no. Let spirit guide you. I'm looking at this. I may not have made sense, but I'm looking at this snake in Shakti. And that is also like Kundalini energy. Your solar plexus is what helps you feel confident, is what makes you feel in charge of your life, right? Not so much in control of what other people, like trying to control things that you can't really control. Because, like sometimes that fear and anxiety brings up that, like, oh my God, I got to control this. And then when you really like calm down, it's like, damn, I can't control that. That's like trying to control the weather. You know what I mean? It's just like, you really can't. But you can use tools to help you understand where you're at, right? You can put your rain boot on or your umbrella and your raincoat if it's rainy outside, right? That's something that you can control instead of wearing like a tank top, trying to wish that the weather was 80 degrees, right? We can't control that. But think about some things. I don't know, I'm kind of like seeing or getting this sense of some of you want to maybe start a YouTube channel or like do something with Instagram, some type of social media. And it's like, oh, I don't have the camera, so I can't start. Y'all, I've been recording on my tablet for a while now. Just want to let y'all know. And if the quality don't look that up to par, I know y'all hearing my message. And I trust that I'm going to get more money to have the equipment. You get me? You get me? Prioritize your life in the way that you know what you can control and what you can't. Okay? Because when you're on that journey of the spirit and the soul, it's not for the faint of hearts, and it's totally not. It's for you to build faith in connection with spirit, to know yourself in the way that spirit does. And to know that is to know yourself in a way that is like, hey, I can't control that. Why am I going to make myself be more anxious, right, in a situation that is out of my hands? Let's dive a little bit deeper here. And I kind of feel like some of you in this pile don't know how intuitive you are. And your intuition a lot of times don't make sense. It's like the opposite of logic. But through this journey is for you to discover and understand how your intuition speaks to you, and understand your gifts to develop it a little bit more. Yeah, pile 3, I hope that you are right. And I know things are a little confusing, but you'll get through this. Because look, I just saw this. You're going to get through this. You're more protected than you know. You're more guided than you know. I just want to put this right in the camera. I do think that you feel blocked right now. You don't know where to go. And I kind of feel like go through the door. That's where to go. Go through the door. Some of you are learning a lot more about spirituality, esoteric things, the occult, mysticism, etc., etc. And it's kind of like, I don't know if you're getting spooked out or what, But learn more. If you're getting spooked out, don't start dabbling in stuff. Learn more, right? Open up a book, buy a book. Because that can bring more, And I'm going to do a shameless plug. Get a reading, you know? Get a reading. Because I'll tell you this, I'll give you this hint, because it don't have to be with me. In the very beginning of my journey of this self-discovery, especially on my spiritual path, it was, let me get a reading. But I didn't realize there's certain things that you need to know before you get a reading. You really need to know your intentions on why you're getting a reading. Don't get triggered by something and just flee into it. Write it down first. Write the question down first. What are you really trying to inquire? Because some people, you don't really know the ability and gifts some people have. And some people just don't know how to communicate well either, but they're getting paid, right? And there'll be like a no return policy, like how I have with myself, right? And then you feel stuck, like, oh, they didn't give me what I needed, or they told me everything I knew. Sometimes when you get a reading and it winds up being everything you knew, that's confirmation from spirit. That's like, yo, we told you what it is. Now you just spent money on this. We need to tell you that this is confirmation of this is what it is, you know? And sometimes that happens because you didn't ask the question in the right way. When you ask certain questions, regardless of readings or just in life in general with people, you get more specific answers. You know, it brings up truths. If you're not asking or communicating, then ask another question. It's very much like Google. You know, if you Google something and it's like, oh, I don't like this, you're going to reword it, right? So if you do get a reading, please keep in mind what your intentions are, right? Feel into that and ask more specific. You know, because if you're getting a reading with me, you can actually tell me a little bit about the topic if you want. But if not, I definitely advise you to ask a more specific question, right? Not in a way that is like future. Like, will I get the job? It's in a way where it's like, is this job best for me to actually, meet my goal, or for me to level up in my money or my family situation or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And honestly, you can always ask, right? You can always ask me a question when you reach out wanting to request a reading. You can be like, because a person like me, I'm going to tell you, like, I kind of feel like you need a little bit more specific, like, or do you mean XYZ before you actually get a reading? I don't know if other people do that, but I know I do that. But going back to you and your situation, whatever you're going through, you do have luck on your side. Spirit is kindly right by your side, right? More than you know. And is trying to encourage you to walk through this door so you can actually get on the level of personal development that you need, right, in your life right now, and to meet your goals that you're trying to achieve. And that way it can be a little bit less cloudy, because just like every storm, there's always sunshine after it. It just is. So the more you can possibly focus on solutions instead of problems would definitely help raise your vibe and point you in the right direction that you need to be in. All right. So, I kind of want to just see one thing before I head out. What's this Princess of Cups about? Yeah. Ooh. Okay. This Princess of Cups is, there's something that's conflicting. And it's kind of like that saying, I think I said that in pile 2, old habits die hard. Sometimes we start creating anxiety and not really calming down to actually hear the message that is needed to take action on. And sometimes we're just not taking action, but you got to be real with yourself, because there is something that you need to throw in the trash, release, and let go, so you can actually move to where you're really wanting to be guided. So I hope this message helps you, pile 3. Much love to you. If you're feeling the vibe, please subscribe. I love to see the comments. So comment below. Boost me up if you love to support me in that way. That costs you nothing. Just say hi even. Boost me up so other people can see this, right? And if you are looking for some like-minded peoples, I have a Queen of Wands club that I'd love to invite you to. You can check that out in the link below and come on over. Right now we are focusing and studying on the major arcana and how this can actually help improve your life, improve your intuition, and also just journey of the fool's journey, basically, right? That we're all on in this spiritual journey. And if you want to check out the VIP section too, it will give you some private readings and private meetups. And also I'm creating a card deck, so you'll also be able to see behind the scenes. What else do I want to share with you? I think that's it. Just check out the links below. If you're feeling the vibe, definitely subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.